I call it bedtime. I don't know. I've added a funny story to make it entertaining,
Oh,
or we
Chris,
just
everybody loves to be entertained. I mean, we've got a nation, 330 million people are looking for videos that are funny and engaging. Let's
or we could
bring it
just go
on.
straight face, sober minded.
That's
This is
right.
how
Forget that.
this is how we treat our toilets.
Forget that sober mindedness. We're going for fun.
So here we are. This is bedtime toilet stories with Chris and Mike. The reason it's bedtime toilet stories is because we're going to be talking mainly about toilets, and
Right.
we figured if you're a
Hey,
parent and kind of reading your child Bible stories at night, maybe getting a little tedious, you could switch it up
you
with
can
a
switch it
toilet
up.
story.
That's right. Really bad events that happen in people's lives that we will relive again over and over.
Yes,
So they'll
over
never
and
forget.
over.
Right.
So
I thought you
Dave
were
and
going
I
to
will.
tell it.
No, you're going to tell it. You're the one who tells it, Chris. You know all the legal parameters, the statute of limitations, and all that legalese. I'm just the
Well,
common
the thing
man.
about this story, which is should be encouraging for you, is both participants are dead. So there's no legal repercussions. We're in the clear on this one.
All
The other one to change names and locations.
the double indemnity. What is that? Double indemnity. You can't be charged for the same crime twice or something like that. Very complicated. Way over my head, Chris. Way over my head.
Well, I'll let you. You want to set it up? You want to set the stage? Do
I
a
don't
few
even want to. I don't even want to
impersonations,
go near it, Chris. I don't even,
Grandma.
poor grandma.
Okay. He did tell me the story and said, "Don't tell anybody." This is several years ago.
Welcome to the internet, where lies can be told, where lives and futures and histories are traded with a wink and a nod.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. You
I
can
had to
always
throw that-
trust your brother, right?
Well, anyway, go ahead.
Well, the characters in this toilet incident is Tom, you know, Thomas Xavier, 6'1", 6'2", foot tall, rugby player,
Yeah.
big blonde
Big ugly
hair,
bruiser. Big ugly bruiser.
you know,
And
heart
here
of gold,
our sweet little Irish grandmother who never probably heard a fly. Maybe she heard a fly. There's probably a lot of dead flies.
but I got the ambulance going by. Ouch.
Wow. You sure they're not going to your house? They're not showing up?
That's loud. I hope they're not coming for me. That's a fire truck.
They're coming for the people in this story.
All right, let's go ahead and start over. So what were you saying about Graham? Because I think that probably
I
wiped
was saying
out.
our big ugly bruiser of a brother, and then poor little old our Irish grandmother who wouldn't hurt a fly. It's just the whole story. I recoil emotionally from it. Okay, go ahead, tell it.
And she was only what? At the young
Like
age of
100?
100.
She had to be around 100.
And Tom was what, 35, something, 38.
No, he couldn't have. Was he that old? I thought he was younger
Well,
than that.
I don't know, maybe not. Maybe 30.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
But anyways, for whatever reason, it's kind of late at night, and both Tom and Graham are staying with my parents up on the second floor. The rooms were relatively close, but there's only one bathroom up there, so it's shared.
Yeah.
So, Tom goes in there at whatever, 1, 2 in the morning to do his business. And at this particular time, he had to move his bowels. So he takes a comfortable seat, assuming he's alone, makes himself comfortable on the toilet, and then the door slowly cracks open and starts opening. He's like, he knows it's probably Graham because he knows Graham is our grandmother. You know, she's up there with him, and
She,
he probably
our
he probably didn't
grandmother
want-
was, yeah, Graham was pretty much blind and deaf. I mean, she couldn't see. She couldn't see anything, and her hearing was really bad too. She was like, yeah, she was probably close to 100 at this time.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, he didn't want to violently slam the door, possibly,
Sure.
you know, breaking your neck or something. So she ends up getting the door open, and the door kind of opens up onto the toilet seat, you know, the way the toilet is. So then she comes in, and like Mike was saying, she's blind pretty much. I mean, she's got Coke bottle glasses.
Yeah, she had.
But anyway, so Tom is trying to be polite. He's like, Graham, I'm in here. And she's deaf. Graham, I'm in here. And she got to go. She probably doesn't care who's in there. She's got to go.
She's got to go. Hey, you got to go.
Right. She's earned that right.
She
goes when she wants to go.
That's right.
So anyway, you know, she's wearing the old grandma nightie. She lowers her drawers and pulls her nightie up. And at this point, Tom is like, unless he gets violent with her, he just got to go with it. So he decides just to go with it.
Oh,
so
man.
Eases herself onto his lap.
Oh.
And at that point, you know, he puts his hands up in the air. He's like, I am a toilet. I am a toilet. So he just sits there quietly.
Sit there quietly.
On Tom's lap into the toilet.
Oh, man.
And then
So anyways, he had just gotten back from his 3 weeks in the field, eating the MREs. Meets with his girlfriend. It's kind of late at night, 8, 9 at night. They have a late dinner. And it's obviously the first place you want to go after being to the greasy hamburger joint. So they go to the greasy hamburger joint, have a few greasy hamburgers, and then he's going to head home. And it's like a 2-hour drive. So now it's like midnight. So he's heading home, driving home, enjoying the nice, quiet strip of highway. And he starts feeling this little rumbling in his tummy. And he's like, shouldn't be no problem. I'll just continue on, push through. But then he starts mapping out in his head, well, I know this is pretty desolate, this stretch of road, but I know I get to this corner. Once I get into town, there's a gas station right on the corner. I'll hit that, no problem. Drives in, there's a gas station, drives into the gas station, but it has the automatic pumps, but everything else is locked up. They can't use the gas station bathroom. So he's like, well, I think I can make it. I'm a tough guy.
That's right.
And I don't have maybe 5 more minutes. I'll be home. So he's driving. Franklin's driving. He's getting close to home. He's like, oh boy, that urge is not letting up. And he's mapping out, okay, I know my house. If I pull right up to the front of my house, I've got like a 10-yard sprint to the front door, unlock the front door, and the staircase they have like 3 bathrooms in his house. One bathroom is you go straight up the staircase, is right at the top of the stairs on the first flight, bathroom right there. So it's 10 yards sprint, and then whatever staircase dash into the toilet, no problem. So he's driving in. He's like, okay, it's really getting. So he's like, well, I'll prepare my pants. I'll undo my pants. That way, as I'm running up the stairs, I can start because I got to go. I don't know if I can hold it. So he gets his pants, belt unbuckled, unzipped. And he's ready. And he's like, all this, your admin muscles are all like tight.
Yeah.
You got that pucker.
You're holding back the floodgate, so to speak.
And he's like, oh no. He's
like, damn, ready to burst.
He's like, he opens the door and he's sliding out. And he's like, I've got to get my pants down. I have to do this sprint with my pants at least around my thighs. And as he's sliding out, that little bit of movement, he started pooping. So he's like, oh no, now I'm pooping. And he doesn't want to get it on his seat. So he scoots over and he starts pooping into that, where that
Yeah,
compartment is
yeah,
on
where
your door where you
the
can put
perfect
things
spot
other
right
than poop.
between. Yeah, yeah, right between the seat and the edge of the car door. That's like
Yeah.
it's like a trench.
So like, he's not on the seat. He's getting into the compartment there, but he gets the
That's right.
door open.
It's almost like they built that little spot for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's emergency pooper.
That's the emergency toilet right there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, anyways, he gets out of the car and he's like, I can't do it. I'm not even going to try for the bathroom now. It's like 3 in the morning, so it's like not
Yeah,
like a busy
nobody's
street.
out.
So that's cool. 3 in the morning. He didn't see anybody. So he's like, well, I'm just gonna go right here in the lawn. He's right on the lawn. So he drops the pants all the way and he squats. And then he realizes his truck, he didn't put it in park, and it starts driving down the street without him in it. So to save his truck from crashing into somebody's house, he grabs onto the rear bumper. And now he's walking behind his truck with his pants around his ankle as he poops.
Oh,
So, anyways, he's going for his run, and once again, his stomach starts talking to him, just like the last story, and he doesn't pay it no mind. He doesn't.
Hey, don't bother with that annoying,
Yeah, it's
that
just my
annoying voice
stomach.
inside your head or
I
inside
could,
your bowels.
he's jogging along, hot, well, not summer, but warm day. Stomach
Yeah.
starts going, hey, man, I got to do a pit stop. He's like, no, I can make it. I'm almost back. I got another 20 minutes. I'll be at the car.
If he can make it, of course he can make it.
Sprint. So, anyways, as he's going, it's getting, a jumper in the door, as we call it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ready to come out, ready to exit. So he couldn't hold it, So he's trying. So now, if he's running, it's kind of make it worse, but he can't walk because he's got to get to the car and he's got to get to a bathroom. Now I got to get to a bathroom. And he's right along this main road, a lot of traffic, and he's like almost like on a sidewalk right along the main road. And there's like this community, in Florida, they got those communities.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a wall. And I for years I've heard walls don't work. Well, in this case, it works. He's looking at the wall. He's like, I know there's got to be a pool and a toilet on the other side of this wall, but
Hey, walls
I don't
only
know if
work
I
if you
can
have to
scale
take
it.
a dump. If they're trying to get into your country, it doesn't work. But if you got to take a dump, it's like
Okay, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Keeps the people who've got what do they
As
call
long
it,
as you
diarrhea out.
before you leave for the country, the wall is irrelevant.
So, anyways, he's at this point. He starts going. He can't hold it any longer. So now he can't scale the wall because he's right along the road. All these cars are going by. And he doesn't want to scale the wall with all his crap running down his legs. He doesn't want to just pull his shorts down and go right there on the side of the street with all the traffic.
Hey,
so he starts trying to make it to the wood line. So he's trying to make it to this forest. There's a forest in the distance. So now he's running. He's trying to get to the forest. Now he's more concerned. It's more shame than poop at this point. He says it's all down his back of his legs. He just kind of, he's just letting it go. Like, well, at least I'll get. I'll get to the forest.
A song, a backup song. While you tell the story, the song. You remember that song? Let it go, let it go, let it blossom, let it flow. Remember that song? It was in the 70s.
Not really.
Well, I'll just hum it. Well, go ahead, tell the story.
So he gets to the wood line. The point of getting the forest now, the plan is to get cleaned up because he still has to get his son at the jiu-jitsu shop. So, anyways, he gets to the forest, and I guess Florida has a lot of pine trees and pin oaks, where, you know, all the leaves are like this big, or you could a handful of pine needles maybe and just sprinkle it on your poop on your legs. So anyway, so he's like, well, I got my t-shirt. So he gets his t-shirt off and he cleans up what he can. And now his t-shirt is full of shit.
Oh.
And he still has it on the back of his legs. He's still a mess. So the only other option is his shorts.
Oh.
Because he was wearing underwear. So the underwear took the biggest impact. So his shorts are somewhat intact. He's like, well, I could use the shorts. I could throw the underwear away and maybe clean up with the shorts and get to the car, because he still got to go inside to get his son. You know, he's like 6 years old.
Doesn't he have a cell phone? Doesn't he have a cell phone?
No, he does have a cell phone. I mean, he doesn't want to wipe his butt with his cell phone.
Well, no, I was thinking you could call, like, you know, one of those.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
A porta potty, an ambulance.
We'll get there. So anyways, he's like, okay, I know in my car I have a baby blanket. So I could get to my car, take my shorts off.
Oh.
Because they're full of crap, and just wear this and wrap this baby blanket around my waist.
Oh.
And then go in to the jujitsu place with all these guys that know jujitsu, and with a baby blanket, you know, half naked with a baby blanket.
Oh my gosh. This is
like, where are the children? So
save the children. No.
About that. He's like, well, he knows jujitsu, but he doesn't know if he can take on like 10 guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He said, so is finally he, you know, Alex, I'll make a phone call or whatever. So he's like, I'll make a phone call. So he calls his wife, and she's like, oh, well, your mother-in-law is real close. So I'll just have her come by and pick you up.
Oh,
and he's like, no way. You know, oh, could you pick up my husband? He's half naked in the forest. He got poop all over his legs. He needs a ride.
Oh.
So she's like, just get to the car, come home, I'll get in the car and go pick up our son.
Yeah.
So he's able to get in the car, you know, with poop all over his legs. He gets home, the wife, you know, she's kind of upset. It's funny, but then again, the driver's seat's got poop on it. The car smells like shit. So you know, she does what she can, clean up, go get her son.
Yes.
And so Franklin walks in the house, and he also has his daughter's like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And he's going by to the bathroom, and he's got to go up the stairs. And she's like, hi, Daddy. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I just gotta go take a shower. And then she's like, did you poop in your pants?